and another one.
Bye.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. And so we got another one, people. We got another far left hypocrite on our sites. We've got another one. I mean, it just keeps on coming. The Democrat, far leftist progressives, the squad happens to be the gift that just keeps on giving. I mean, first we had AOC. AOC preaching socialism, but is a goddamn capitalist herself, selling t-shirts that says tax the rich for $50. $50, making that paper, making that cheddar, making that change. Is she sharing it with the people? No, she's keeping that for herself and maybe probably reinvesting it into some other business. And then we had Cori Bush. Cori Bush was saying defund the police, still is saying defund the police, but remember I did a video about her where she said her body, like she's more important than you. Her body still needs to be on this earth, but those people who've been shot in the street, y'all don't need no protection because you're not as important as her. She is an elite. How many times are we going to see these people pushing for policies that they themselves do not abide by? And now we've got the latest one. Another member of the squad caught and exposed in another hypocrisy situation, or being a hypocrite herself. Ayanna Pressley advocating for cancelling the rent, screwing other landlords over, but at the same time discloses that she's made thousands of dollars last year from collecting rent. She didn't cancel her rent during the pandemic, and she's advocating for, cancel rent with other people, cancel rent, but she's not doing it herself. So let's read a little bit more into this story, but I'm also going to have to ask you guys to help me out by hitting that like button down below because it does massively help the video. Massachusetts Rep Ayanna Pressley's annual financial disclosure shows she and her husband made thousands of dollars in rental income last year. Pressley has been one of the most prominent advocates for canceling rent during the COVID pandemic. I see. So in a quote, she said, "We must cancel rent, extend eviction and foreclosure moratoriums, provide rental assistance, and offer legal representation for those at risk of eviction," Pressley, a member of the far left squad, wrote in December 2020 trip. And there's the tweet right there. And then let's keep reading. She said she introduced a bill in March 2021 that, if passed, would have cancelled rent and mortgage payments nationwide. Also in a quote, she said, with the economic impact of this pandemic worsened and threats of eviction and homelessness looming large for families nationwide, we must take every measure possible to keep families safely housed, forgive all rental debt. Remember that, forgive all rental debt, and ensure that the credit scores of hard-hit families are not forever tarnished. Pressley said at the time, the bill would have required the federal government to reimburse landlords for any rent not paid during the pandemic. So essentially what this woman is advocating for is that people shouldn't pay rent and that government should pay the landlord. Now, of course, we know exactly why she has put that little provision, that tiny little provision in place, that government should pay landlords. In other words, government should pay people like her because she happens to be a landlord herself. Now, while she's advocating for this, there are many landlords who have been screwed over by the way that their tenants are not paying rent. But what about her tenants? Are they paying rent or not? Pressley's 2020 financial disclosure filed on Friday disclosed between $5,000 and $15,000 in rental income from a Boston property in her husband's name. The property was converted into a full multi-family apartment after it was purchased, according to Pressley's disclosure. So, in other words, what this is telling us is that while she's advocating and other landlords are being screwed over at the moment because she's telling Biden's government to put in place an illegal moratorium to actually stop collecting rent from people, from them paying rents to landlords. Let me put it that way, she's still being getting her own rent. Now, do you think that this woman, does any one of you out there think that this woman is going to advocate that her own tenants not work, that government should just do everything for them? Because essentially what she's asking for with this bill is that government should do everything for people. They should do everything for the tenants and everything for the landlord as well, which means Nobody needs to work. Government does everything. Now, what boggles my mind the most is how do these people think that the government is going to be making the money that they pay? Isn't most of the money that the government, actually uses in doing this thing comes from taxpayers? If there are no taxpayers, how is government going to manufacture the money? From thin air? No, I don't know. They think that you can just keep on printing money and that's it. You can just keep on printing money. Nobody needs to work. Nobody needs to do anything. Pressley's office did not immediately return to Fox News' request for a comment on whether she and her husband cancelled rent for their tenants at any point in 2020. She disclosed the same range of rental income between $5,000 to $15,000 in 2020 as she did in 2019 before the pandemic began, which means that this woman is saying that essentially cancel rent, but she didn't even forgive a single month's rent for any of her tenants during this whole pandemic period. So she's declared, and I'm pretty sure, and I can take a wild guess, that at the end of 2021, she's still going to declare the same amount, because I don't think that she has forgiven any of her tenants of any rent, not even a single month. She's got her money. She's got her money, but she's advising and she's advocating for a bill that stops other people from paying rent. The hypocrisy level knows no bound. Again, I can keep telling you guys, socialism, these people that are preaching socialism, they are not living by socialism. Think about it. AOC is there, not advocating that people should do business like she's doing business. She's advocating that people should sit down and let government take care of everything for them while she's doing business. Socialism doesn't work, and they know this. But do a lot of people know this? No. It's such a shame that in today's world, in the US, the latest polls are showing that 51% of people that were polled are advocating for socialism over capitalism. Meanwhile, these people that are pushing socialism, the squads, the AOCs, the Cory Bush, the Ayanna Presleys, the Ilhan Omars, none of them are living like socialists. I mean, this woman, AOC, just bought herself a Tesla. I mean, she could have bought some, a nice small car, green efficient energy car, but she bought herself a Tesla. And you see, there's a funny thing about Tesla. See, I'm a renewable energy engineer, and there's a way that I think, when I think about these things, Tesla is being charged by an electrical energy, right? Electrical energy that you're talking about, the one that you plug in, is being produced by what? I think for most parts, it's being produced by a coal or some gas station, which is non-renewables, right? Which is causing emission. So if you think you bought a Tesla and your energy is being produced from gas or coal, and you think that you're doing the world a favor, you are absolutely not, because you're causing more emission from the gas station or the coal station. So there's that, but that's a story for another day. Now, I don't know how many of these people need to be exposed before people start to realize that they're not practicing what they preach, because what they preach is not good. It's as simple as that. I'm just scared now. I'm just scared. And you know what I'm scared about? Who could be the next person that would be exposed in another hypocrisy, right? Because we've had Cory Bush, who says defund the police. And at the same time, she's got a lot of police security as well as private security. We've seen AOC, who said socialism is better than capitalism. Don't do business. Government needs to take care of everything, but she's doing business. Now we got Ayanna Pressley saying cancel rent. Cancel rent. Who's next? Ilhan Omar? I'm just saying, at the rate we are going with all these people, it seems that what they advocate against the most is exactly what they are. So let me know what you guys think about this whole thing. Do you think that Ayanna Pressley is going to start advocating that her own tenants not pay rent? Do you actually think that these people are living by the words that they are asking you to believe in or live in? And do you think that what they are advocating for is actually best for everybody? This socialism thing, do you think it's actually best for everybody? And if it is, ask yourself a good question. Why aren't they living by what they are preaching? Anyways, you guys, that's all I got for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please feel free to smash that like button down below. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because that's also massively important, and ding that bell for notification. Take care of yourself, guys, and I'll be talking to you guys again real soon. Peace, and Sire's out of here. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye now.